First map of the day is going to be Blue Shift. And getting things started off, it's a best of 9, spawning in the bottom left-hand side of the map. He's MC the Boss Toss. One of the greatest Protoss players ever. And spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map, playing for Team Psystorm, it's Zanster. As is usual, the introductions with these, it's not like I'm bellowing at the top of my lungs, as of course it is very early. And yeah, we'll see how this game's going to play on out. Whether MC is going to be able to maybe throw Zanster off a bit, and how MC's been doing. I did cast him versus Sort of, and it was a 3-0 for Sort of, so that was a little bit rough for MC. I mean, it just didn't quite come together at the end of some of his games, but he's already off to a start here. Looks like he's going to want to be blocking Zanster's hatchery, but Zanster has no intention of going for a hatchery, opening with a spawning pool and an extractor. And yeah, so Probe's hanging around. Eventually MC will be like, wait a second, yeah, you usually go to expand somewhere else. We'll see if he actually does check the main base or not. Zanster's like, yeah, I'm totally taking an expansion, guy. But MC says, wait a second, no you're not. And he's gonna get on in there, see the gas, see the pool. And with that, MC will probably throw up in I was gonna say a cyber core, but actually going for an extra gateway and then probably the cyber core. That's a good way to make sure that you've got a wall up. Blue Shift is a nice map for walling. Then you just got to park a probe or a zealot there. So that zealot on the way. So Zanster is getting up his hatchery, of course. It's not like it was delayed a ton. Mainly probably due to the fact that MC came in and scouted this, and Zanster says, well, cat's out of the bag, not going to get too much done. MC's got to be careful not to lose this probe, so he's got to send that probe back home. Meanwhile, MC's going double gate adept to open this up, and the Zanster, on the other hand, going for a roach warren right out the gate. So pretty much being like, all right, yeah, I was planning some aggression, but now I'm planning a lot of aggression. Few more lings on the way. Of course he's going to need something to deal with these adepts that are coming out for MC, which we'll be able to scout. MC, though, he made a zealot, so it's not like lings are going to be able to sneak by. The in-game, I'm just seeing, hold on, the in-game sound is either very low or non-existent. You are correct. I do apologize to everyone about that. Sometimes the in-game sound doesn't, like to be there. And thank you very much for telling me. But now MC is going to have these 2 adepts. Of course, Ling Speed's going to be finishing up, so this could actually be a bit mistimed for MC coming in with these 2 adepts, but Zanster is going to have plenty of Lings to try and deal with this, and MC is going to get in there. He's going to see that there is no drones at that mineral line. These 2 adepts are going to need to get on out of here, and we'll see if they can, but there goes the Shade. Lings are now starting to pursue that. Shade needs to get these adepts out of here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. At best, MC is going to be able to buy himself some time. He's starting a sentry. He doesn't have a Stargate or anything else on the way just yet, and that is really what you need to defend from this sort of aggression. At least some shield batteries or something need to start going up for the Protoss player, as these roaches, they're going to have burrow, and they're going to require a sort of physical response that just sentries don't do. The 2 adepts actually made it on home. I sort of wrote them off, but good on MC for getting those 2 adepts home. However, unfortunately, adepts not the most DPS versus roaches. More sentries are on the way. But I think he's expecting a Ling flood here, when really it's going to be roaches and ravagers showing up at his door, and he's not going to be too happy about this. You can see a force field go down. A few of the roaches squeeze their way in. This could actually be good for MC. However, of course, there's that burrow Zanster. He can just micro these roaches down. Now guys, I'm no expert Zerg player here, but I believe that this was sort of nerfed a little bit. The roaches had their health reduced, or their healing reduced. MC's got a few stalkers. He's able to buy a fair bit of time with these sentries. I think we need to see him throw up an extra pylon here, and then just immediately start chrono boosting out an observer or an immortal. Pick your poison, but he's got to get something out to deal with this. And the concern is, once these lings get in, he'll be in trouble. MC, though, keeping Zanster out for now, but I think we really need to see another pylon or something go up for MC. He's now just throwing up a shield battery, but that might be a little bit too late. And now we see Zanster trying to flood on in. MC, good force field though, but not quite stopping everything, so some lings do manage to make it in. However, he may have delayed enough for this. probes are being pulled. MC knows that he just needs to hold on here because Zanster has committed a lot. That Immortal's on the way now, but that's the problem. It's just on the way. It's not out, not able to put out enough damage or anything to help out. Zealots are being warped and buying a lot of time. The shield battery actually finishes up, but Zanster does have a lot more units rallying across the map. There's not that much left for MC, and this is going to be rather concerning. The probes have to come off the line once again. The Immortal is going to be popping out here. However, oh no, everything does get unpowered. That pylon does go down, and that is actually a critical failure for MC. I mean, somehow he's actually forcing everything back, but if he had an Immortal out right now, he would be in a much better situation, but he is not. He's in so much trouble now. That pylon going to go down, and I think that may just have been the critical error from MC not having it. He even cancels the pylon, and with that, he pretty much knows that he's dead. You can micro 2 stalkers for days versus Ling's. Probes are being pulled off the mineral line, and I think part of the problem is, I mean, if he managed to throw up 2 pylons there, he probably could have managed to squeeze out that Immortal, but this is such a tragic story for MC. Zanster able to take him out with that aggressive play. Alright, so maybe that's how this series is going to go, but no, that was MC just not quite able to pull it together with that defense, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do in this one. But alright, thanks so much to everyone tuning in today. Okie dokie, we're just going to find out the new map. MC is probably reflecting on that game a little bit and saying, oh no. Yeah, like, guys, I kind of called that pylon. Still just waiting for the next map. MC making up his mind, but like, yeah, that was actually looking like quite a good defense. Like, if he adds the Immortal to that, I think he holds it without a doubt because his force fields just bought himself so much time. He did a really good job of segmenting off the units, but I mean, just that hurts for MC. Like, he could have easily been up 1-0. Unfortunately, now he's down 1-0, but fortunately for both players, in a sense, it's a best of 9, so a little bit of room for error here and there. Next map's going to be Parasite. Okay, we'll get everyone into this game. Alright, both players are ready, so away we go. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. And keep in mind, guys, as is tradition, it's important that we check out that match arena, which is basically how these events are partially funded. As what you guys can do is, if you feel so inclined, you can contribute to the prize pool, but whether you're inclined to do that or not, you can do it for free. So basically, you can just use the code GAMES12. You have a Twitch account, I assume, if you're watching right now. And so basically, all you have to do is go, you know, just use that code GAMES12. It adds 50 cents to the prize pool for free, and it's pretty important we use all those, so make sure to go do that. Now, anyway, spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's the Blue Zerg at Zanster, up 1-0. And his opponent in the top left-hand side of the map, it's the boss toss, it's MC, recently returned to pro gaming. So we'll see what MC is going to be going down. This is a very early probe he sends out, which is interesting. But then, just a gateway. I have seen him cannon rush once or twice. And the choice for Parasite as a map is an interesting one. Whether he feels comfortable on it. Generally, larger maps Protoss shies away from, but it's not the worst map in the world. However, he gets on in here, he sees Zanster playing normal. MC comes on in with his probe. We'll see if he harasses a little bit. There he goes. He's going to try and mess with that worker pathing a little bit. I mean, that's one of the things you have to respect about these sort of recently returned pro gamers. Their mechanic, or their, pardon me, like their knowledge of the builds and everything might not be 100% up to date, but they still have very good control with their units. And I mean, that just goes to show with that hold that MC had, or almost hold. Now he gets on in though, and he sees exactly what Zanster's going for. And that allows MC just to safely go for a cybercore. It's interesting how he scouts not wanting to be caught off, and I mean, he almost like that hold in that last game. It's a real bummer, guys. If you guys are enjoying these show matches, also make sure to leave a follow, because I've already announced the next one for next week, which is going to be Bomber versus Dong Regu, which should be a very entertaining match along with this one. MC's probe, just really scouting out. There's nothing to scout once you confirm the pool timings. However, we'll see what he's going to do with this, whether he'll try and block the third or something. Tooling's going to start sending this probe packing home. First Adept on the way out, and MC following it up with a Stalker, so that's a little bit different, just wanting to really shut down any Overlord that's scouting him, I suppose. And there's a Twilight. Could this possibly be DTs or something along those lines? The fact that he went for a Stalker sort of screams like, oh, I don't want you to see anything, as the 2 Adept opening is a little bit more common. Now here goes that first Adept. Lings are going to intercept though. MC's got to be careful. And does end up just confirming the third base, likely shading out. There we go. There's a gateway on the way and a sentry on the way for MC next. This is really interesting what he's doing. Zanster, I mean, he has seen the Stalker with his Overlord, so he knows that MC's gone for that I want to shut down scouting option. And there's the Dark Shrine, so if I'm Zanster, I'm going to be a little bit on edge in the first place. But then the sentry is also sort of like a red herring. It's like, oh, maybe it's MC, so maybe he's planning some crazy force field attack or whatever. But no, it's actually going to be a Dark Shrine. There's the Robo up, but Zanster not quite able to see it. We'll see if he pokes on in with that Overlord. Once you see the Robo, you say, alright, what are you doing? Is it going to be Sentries and Immortals, or is it going to be DTs or something like that? Zanster's opting for a Lair, which I think is a very safe choice at this point. He's already got up 1 Spore Crawler, just in case it's something like a Stargate, but MC not going for the standard Stargate. Of course, this could always be an Archon drop, which just getting detection doesn't shut down completely, knowing is not half the battle. Ooh, this is cute for MC. He's going to be using that hallucinated Phoenix in order to be able to pick off that Overlord. I mean, as of now, Zanster really knows nothing. So, I mean, he is playing a little bit in the dark, but there's that Warp Prism on the way, getting Chrono boosted out. MC's going to have the Dark Shrine finishing up. 2 more gateways will be on the way. We'll see. They got about 20 seconds, so yeah, that should be the time the Prism gets out and gets across the map. And now that hallucinated Phoenix gets on in, sees the Roach Warren. Zanster's making Lings, making some Roaches, making an Overseer, so he's really not sure what's coming his way, but, well, actually 1 DT is running across the map. And then he's got a Spore Crawler at every base. So MC, I don't think he's going to be having the most luck here. He's got sentries to try and defend this third base he's erecting, but without any oracles or anything to hold on, these sentries are not positioned perfectly. They should be tucked in between these pylons, but that's not really possible, so got to settle for behind the mineral line. Now this Prism, warping in 4 DTs, MC. One of his DTs didn't quite make it in there, and he's going to try and unload here. We'll see where he's going to send these DTs. Of course, Zanster fully aware, double Overseer on the way at the moment. Looks like a DT made it into the main base. There's actually no Spore Crawler in the main base, pardon me. But DT going to pick off a Queen. That Overseer, once that's done, that DT's in trouble. MC going to be morphing the 2 Archons here. He's gotten 3 drones so far. Currently just for the 1 DT. That's not a terrible trade. And he's getting up his third base while this is going on. Charge Immortals, Forge, standard follow-up. And now those DTs, those 2 Archons in this Prism, got to be careful. But the MC can start to micro these. And maybe settle for picking off some creep tumors. We'll get those and get on out. Oh, Observer's in a little bit of danger. Should get out, though. So MC going for the standard follow-up, double Robo. We'll see if he eventually throws down a Twilight Council. You eventually need a Storm to deal with the mass amounts of Hydras that Zerg is going to try and punish you with at this point of the game. +1 on the way for MC. And now here comes in the 2 Archons for MC, though. Getting in here, potentially getting a fair bit of damage, then zaps off a drone or 2. Gotta be careful not to lose these units, but so far, just, I mean, 2 drones, it's a nice little pickup. Zanster not completely flawlessly shutting this down, which is what MC can really hope for. He's got the Templar Archives on the way now, so he's gonna have that Storm potential. And MC, I mean, he's just getting up his 3rd base and whatnot. Prism hanging around. He's got to be very careful with this, but no, I mean, this is a pretty standard opening as far as things are considered. A little bit older, but a little bit standard, pretty standard for MC. The concern is how large this map is. Whether MC will ever be able to do anything like go for a potential move out with, say, tons of Immortals with charge lots and whatnot, because I mean, like, it's just such a large map. Like, Zerg can counterattack or have a huge heads up of what's coming his way. MC is now actually opting to load up some charge lots into this Prism. Going to be moving in towards Zanster's main. This Prism actually sneaks by Zanster, does not see that's on the way. And Psystorm on the way for MC2, which is definitely good for him. Lurkers are on the way, though. And I actually cast a game of him versus Sort of guys, and he had no observers. He just died to Lurkers just because he didn't have enough detection. His, like, 1 observer got picked off, and he doesn't even have oracles at his disposal, so you can't reveal them. And that's a big part of why Zerg actually opened, or Protoss actually opened Stargate. Zanster, meanwhile, as this is going on, he's getting up a Spire, a Hive, reaching all the tech, because Hydras really are what Zerg needs. They're that pretty general unit in order to be safe from most things. That allows you to explore other techs when you've got enough of them. MC, though, Psystorm's going to be finished. He's moving out with his army now. He's got 3 Storms, but does he actually have an Observer with this? Where's that Observer? There it is, but that Observer is so critical. This is interesting for MC, but some charge lots unloaded in the main base. They will be found and shut down. Zanster, aware that this could be coming his way, but here's the big Zealot Warp and going to be hitting the potential 5th base of Zanster. That's getting shut down. MC, though, he went for a big warping, and here's Zanster going for a counterattack. MC may need to recall some of this stuff, but he's heading on in towards this 3rd base location. The Lurkers are firing away, and there's actually no detection for MC. No Storm. He's not paying attention to this army. There we go. There's that Observer. He can now pick off some of these Lurkers. He's doing just that. There's a surprisingly little buffer for this, and he actually loses the Observer there. However, he has killed everything, but meanwhile, as this is going on, his 3rd base is in trouble. Looks like he just recalls from that location. With the Zealots, with the Immortals, he should be able to push this back. The Prism's still hanging around, but MC, I mean, he attacks on in. He does a bit of damage to Zanster's army, but in the end, he does get repelled. He saves his own 3rd base, though. Killed off 8 workers while this was going on. Denied the potential 5th base. Yeah, that's not terrible. He's getting +2 on the way. Do we see any more High Templar warped in? He's actually got 6. Okay, MC is set as far as Psystorm goes, but please make some more observers, MC. He has 1 observer that is with his army. And it's just a little bit concerning just having 1 observer versus Zerg who's getting into this. The thing for Zanster, though, is, I mean, he had his Lurker tech. MC's obviously countering that with mass Immortals, but Immortals do not counter Broodlords since they can't shoot up, so we're going to be seeing Zanster. He's teching into these Broodlords. Once again, Zanster going to be going for a Roach counterattack. MC's Prism actually spots this. Fortunately for him, it's mainly Roaches, just a single Hydra. And now we'll see, is MC going to go for another attack? You kind of have to, in case that that Zerg comes in. And oh, look at this. I love this for MC. DTs and Templar hanging out. Got to bring those 2 Immortals with this potential push. And the lack of a Warp Prism in the last push is really why it had to end. But look at this. Zanster's looking for this Prism. The Vipers are going to be there. This DT giving a bit of a heads up for that. But no, here goes MC moving on in towards the Zerg space. He's down on supply, though. And this is not his entire army. Like, he's left Immortal with DTs back at home. Is he just going to pick off his base and get away? Yes, he is. Now, I mean, MC, he picks off the base, but the concern is there's going to be Broodlords on the way, and here comes in the Vipers. Are these High Templar going to get the Psystorms down? And maybe there goes a feedback, actually shuts down one of the Vipers. A pretty decent Psystorm, but is there another? There's a Psystorm, however, Zanster pretty much just walking through it. Is he going to catch all of these Immortals? MC could be in a lot of trouble if he loses these Lings trying to wrap around on this army. More High Templar coming down. Could see some good Psystorms. There's actually some pretty darn great Psystorms, but Zanster keeps on coming. MC, he doesn't actually have that much DP. He's morphing into Archons, but yeah, his Immortal count's fallen, and Zanster's not even going to need the Broodlords, it looks like, to close this one out. Zealots are now actually with this army. That's the concern for this fight. In these past fights, MC hasn't had a Prism with him, so he hasn't been able to have as many Zealots as possible with this army. I mean, his army hasn't been bad, but it could be a little bit bigger, and sometimes a few more Zealots is all you need to really close the distance. Zanster is now having MC come on in him, though. High Templar are in this Prism. MC a little bit disjointed with this, though. Are these Templar going to drop in Psystorm? Yes, they do. There goes both Storms, though, and I mean, not the most amazing connections in the world. One more High Templar has wandered forward. There goes a Psystorm. MC's being pretty darn liberal with these, and I mean, the Zerg army is bruised as a result, but MC's army is not that fantastic. He's going double Stargate now, which is definitely what you need in order to prepare for Broodlords. So MC is thinking about the future here. And here he comes on in towards his base. He's just going to try and pick off another base, but he could be overcommitted here. He's just got a single High Templar to storm with a few more Immortals coming forward. And I mean, he's done a good job. He's picked off this base here. And so Zanster really still not on the best economy. MC's on 82 workers compared to Zanster's 65. But for MC, I mean, yeah, MC coming in once again. I mean, Zanster, like, he hasn't even tried to attack into Broodlords because MC's been pressuring him so much, and here comes in MC, a big Zealot attack. These are +3 charge lots. They connect with this base, and they're going to start working away on it. Meanwhile, MC taking this engagement, Psystorm's going down. There's actually no Observer, though, so this army has no choice but to retreat in the face of these workers. He shouldn't be able to lose all of these units, so that's good. But Zanster actually does defend this charge lot attack, which is very important for him. As this game goes on, MC, he's beginning to transition into things like Tempest, perhaps, as he's getting out double Oracle, which is for the Revelation on the Lurkers and whatnot, but with the fleet beacon up as well, that's very important. Now, some charge lots are moving out, however, Zanster and MC are actually going to run right into each other. The charge lots are running right on in, and they're going to maybe connect and kill off a few of these roaches. Gives MC a bit of a heads up that this attack is coming, so he needs to deal with this. And what's he going to do to deal with that? I mean, he's got a cannon, some shield batteries, and apparently the answer is 10 charge lots and this Immortal wandering down here. Zanster parking this army here, but MC once again looking to poke on into the front. I'm amazed by MC's bold willingness to attack without everything here. Just like this, he's like, yeah, I got some Immortals, some High Templar, let's go for it. And go for it he has. Now here we see, here comes MC. Charge Lot's going to be connecting with these Roaches, but of course Hydras and Roaches can kite Charge Lots, at least until their charge comes off cooldown. They are going to connect here, but once Zanster's on creep, these Zealots shouldn't get too much done, and as a result they will be cleaned up. This one Immortal, a little bit dumbfounded, sitting here in the map, and once again MC is pushing on it. He's really just breaking Zanster here. Is he just going to kill Zanster? I mean, Zanster's been sort of splitting up his army to deal with MC's interesting army split, and High Templar potentially getting picked off there. There goes one Psystorm onto these Hydras. There's not that much for MC, but looks like he's actually going to be able to pick off yet another one of Zanster's bases. The charge lots go down to the base on the right, so Zanster suddenly down to 3 bases at 15 minutes. MC recalls a few of his units, and Zanster may just have no choice but to go for a Hail Mary. He's getting out 5 Broodlords, but look at the charge lots heading towards his natural. Zanster trying to transfuse it desperately, but no. He's now down to 2 bases as a Zerg player, and MC has actually just dismantled Zanster, and he knows that really the only thing he has to worry about is these Broodlords. And guys, I was talking about how Parasite's a big map earlier, and that basically means that one of the slowest units in the game, the Broodlord, is going to take forever to get to MC's side of the map, who's building Tempest, getting out a Mothership even, 2 more Stargates on the way. MC is getting prepared for this, even throwing up a 5th base and got another big charge lot attack queued up here. Well, what looks like it. These Zealots are just hanging out for now, but there they go. Gonna kill off that Changeling. And Zanster actually just going to throw up another base. This is a pretty bold statement to double expand when you see your Protoss opponent is heading into that 5th base. MC's moving across the map with his Tempest. This is a little bit concerning, the potential move out. I mean, time is definitely on his side. He's killed off a lot of the Zerg bases here. And Zanster's economy just has never been that great this game. And here comes in MC though, Tempest and High Templar. That's pretty much it. A few Immortals and, well, literally just 3 Immortals. And that's not a massive amount, but Zanster's army supply is still pretty high. Both these guys are close to maxed out. MC though got tons of High Templar, got tons of charge lots. The charge lots are moving out at a bit of an inopportune time as Zanster's counterattack's coming in. These cannons not quite done as this has been. There goes the Psystorm though to try and clean this up. Some DPs being morphed in, so MC gonna force Zanster back. And look at this, MC's just continuous with his counterattacks. Zanster not able to expand really anywhere as MC's been continuously attacking. It's just this center base, since, you know, it's not really committed too far to one side. As Zanster's holding on, he's just saying, yep, this is my base and I'm defending it. Because if he had tried to expand to the left here, these Zealots would have dispatched that. But these Zealots, they're heading on in towards this location, or these Lurkers are going to have something to say about that. Those Zealots will be absolutely destroyed. And now here comes in Zanster. He's heading towards this location. The mothership's on this location. Zanster's probably going to look for that since he's like, wait, a random mothership core hanging around. MC's going to recall his units here. Here comes his army, going to start forcing Zanster back. And MC's army, it is pretty scary at this point. He's got Tempest, he's got Psystorm. So he's basically able to deal with the Broodlords, able to deal with the Lurkers. Looks like some High Templar on the right side. Not sure how an Archon ended up morphing over here. But is that Archon going to win out? No, he's going to run away and probably die. MC, though, I mean, he's on 5 bases, and now he's teching into carriers. And, I mean, the new carriers are interesting. It's really sort of unknown whereabouts they sit in the meta, as whether they're completely effective in the late game. I mean, they're not bad units, that's for sure, but are they able to really deal with Zerg in the late game is part of the question. And Zanster, I mean, he's bought himself a fair bit of time. He's getting his economy back on track, expanding to the right, expanding to the left, and I mean, he's just got this one base that's really his main lifeline for now. But MC taking a 6th base, he's not afraid to take this game late. This game is a really good showing from MC. Oracle flies on in, one of them goes down, reveals the Hydras though, and actually confirms this base location. Would be good to see these DTs go and head on over to this base, but MC may just go over with his main army. I mean, he's got the mothership, got a good number of Archons and Immortals here, but he's still also waiting for some carriers to get on out. And there we go, these DTs, MC, reading my mind, thank you very much. Gonna head on over to this base. Zanster's gonna need to react to this. He does have Overseers in position, so may be able to save this base, and it looks like he just will be able to. The DT's gonna try and make their way out, but as this is going on, oh my god, MC. MC does not want to lose this base, guys. That is what? 13 cannons or something, or 11 cannons? That's a lot of resources in cannons. Now, MC, he's coming on in here once again. And I do like the choice to attack because Zerg isn't in a bad spot the longer a game goes these days with Infestors and Vipers. And I mean, if you imagine someone like Zanster is pretty experienced in using these units, so yeah, you're not too concerned. Zanster's probably like, what on earth are all these cannons doing here? Giving up hope of counterattacking that location. MC's still sharking about. I mean, he's on a better economy because Zanster, I mean, he's still only on 5 bases at this point. MC's on 6. And for a Zerg player, that's never a good thing. Now, MC's moving on in here. Gotta be careful not to lose his High Templar, and he actually loses one of them, 2 of them actually. And how many does he have? He's got 9 out on the map, but are they all here? There's some... MC's got High Templars everywhere, guys. Bringing up a few more... building more cannons. And Zanster is not a runaway Zerg, guys. That's something very important to take away from this. MC is doing a good job while he's not making a definitive attack. Oh, Zanster actually coming forward. Lots of his infestors get storm there. Is there any more storm in this army? It doesn't look like it, though. The Zanster's coming forward. Here comes MC with some more side storm. There he goes, blanketing these Cruiserlords, blanketing these Hydras. Time Warp has even gone down. It's not even that often you see Time Warp used these days, but Zanster's still able to push MC back. It looks like, although there's not many Hydras left, so MC may be able to take this army on. And yeah, there we go, MC. Now we have to re-push in. These carriers are rebuilding interceptors. There's not that many Hydras on the ground. Yeah, I think MC may just be able to push Zanster back, and is he actually going to be able to take this game, close it out? Some Hydras are out, but MC's actually done a good job trading over the army. He's got the superior economy to remax, and here comes in a ton of those High Templar that have built up energy. Side Storm's being dropped, and with that, Zanster uses a lot more of his army. He does have a fair few Hydras, though, that Side Storm connecting with it, and there's just not going to be enough for Zanster. GG, MC ties it up in a late game. Okay, very well played. As MC putting one on the board. He's looking pretty good. Okay. Seeing that my mic is a little bit low, I'll see if I can do something about that. Test, test, test. Yeah, it's my usual casting levels, but I am speaking a little bit softer. Guys, we have about, I want to say, never do math on stream, but I want to say like 35 Matcherino codes to use. So, and there's 204 of you guys watching. So please check out that Matcherino. It's completely free to use that code. Basically, you just go to the Matcherino page, you type in the code, you type in sign in to you click sign in to contribute, log in with Twitch, and that helps fund these events. Without Matcherino, we literally wouldn't have these events. And of course, if you guys are enjoying this commentary, feel free to follow the channel, as I don't stream too regularly or anything. But, yeah, I don't stream too regularly, but got my application in to cover the WCS qualifiers. I do these events as often as I can, and other random things I'll cast whenever I can, so make sure to follow the channel. Alright, next map's going to be Cerulean Fall. Of course, it's Zanster's pick, since he is the loser of that last game. Alright, we'll make sure both players are ready. And guys, if you happen to have like a Twitter account or something, and you're willing to do the whole Matcherino thing, like, you follow a few people on Twitter, and you effectively add like, you effectively can add like $1.50 to the prize pool, which really helps out with funding it. You literally just follow some, there's literally just links on the side. I'll pull it up after the next stream, but you literally just click like follow, and a lot of them are Starcraft related people, so. Alright, spawning in the bottom left hand side of the map, it's the MC, or it's the boss toss, it's MC. Still a little bit early, guys. Spawning up the top right hand side of the map, playing for Team Psystorm, living and training in Korea, it's Zanster. So, I mean, I was wondering, is this series going to be a little bit of a cheese fest? You never know how a series is going to go, but that one went late. And MC, he did a good job playing that out. Like, I mean, you can always offer criticism because it's impossible to play a game of StarCraft flawlessly. But MC, no, that game came together quite nicely for him. His play really seems to be improving. And once again, with this early probe scout. Hatchery on the way, everything normal. If you guys are enjoying this, feel free to hit follow on the stream. Do apologize for not really looking around, but you know, I don't feel bad missing the first minute, 2 minutes of the game because, you know, generally they're pretty standard. MC's got his double gas on the way, and oh, did MC actually go Nexus first this game? Yes, he did. Pardon me, I should have commented on that. But no, MC went Nexus first this game, but I think he may have buggered up his wall. Nope, never mind. Never doubt the boss toss. That is, that's me casting my own image onto MC because I mess up my wall. That pylon, one square to the right and everything falls to shit, guys. Zanster completely gave up mining gas, so just getting out his speed. That just allows the Zerg player to focus a little bit more on getting their overall economy up by having a few extra minerals here and there. MC's probe on the way home, by the way. And yeah, pretty standard stuff. Zanster, of course, going to know that it's Nexus first from the timings, but MC's still following it up with Double Adept, going to force a response from Zanster. And I love this. I love this choice of a build from MC. And the fact that he took that last game without going Stargate, not a bad showing from him. And guys, keep in mind, this is a best of 9. This isn't a best of 3, it's not a best of 5, and it's not a best of 7, which is like BlizzCon final length. This is a little bit longer. These guys are going the distance for this show match. Because the honest truth is, I'll be damned if I'm waking up for a best of 7. MC actually made 2 extra adepts. Of course, Zanster's going to know about this, though, but this is 4 adepts moving in, and that requires a certain response. Zanster has 12 lings. The adepts are going to shade. I don't think MC can commit, though. Or is he going to? No, he cancels. Those adepts are always a tease, whether they will commit or whether they won't. Now, Zanster getting a Roach Warren on the way, getting double Spore on the way, so he's not sure what the follow-up is. The follow-up, though, is actually going to be double Stargate, and I don't think Zanster has any idea this is coming. And the thing is, MC, he's one of these players who plays a little bit unorthodox, like Nexus first, and he's going into double Stargate behind this. But double Stargate, a pretty common build in the meta these days, catching Zergs off guard. And we'll see. MC, I mean, I've seen him do this sort of mass Oracle thing, but we'll see whether it's going to be Phoenix or Oracles on the way. And it is Oracles. Thank God for MC that Blizzard did revert that nerf. Double hallucinated Phoenix going to be moving out on the map. As MC, it looks like he's going to be moving out, trying to secure that third base. Got a lot of sentries and adepts. And then just Oracles on the way. Yeah, like, I saw him do this build versus Sort of as well, but unfortunately for MC, it sort of fell flat on its face. Can't remember the exact reason why, but this build did not work out. I think it was... yeah. Not 100% sure. I think Sort of may have counterattacked or something like that. But, anyway, MC getting up a shield battery, getting up another pylon, wants to get up this third base, keep it nice and safe. And all the while, he's building Oracles. And this is interesting. He only goes double Stargate with these Oracles. And then Zanster back at home, though. I mean, he's like, all right, there's nothing crazy coming my way. I'm going to be content to drone just for now. And Zanster going to be reaching a healthy 66 drone count. 67, actually, pardon me. Which is pretty much the happy place for Zerg if you want to generally go for like a committed attack or continued production of anything. There's some Hydras on the way. Now, MC's moving across the map. He's got 4 Oracles, but, I mean, Zanster's already got Hydras on the way, so this is interesting what these Oracles are going to get done. There's Queens, though. MC's going to fly right on over, activate those Oracle Pulsar Beams. He's going to work away on some of the Queens, just trading on out. Actually, it looks like he'll kill most between some Adept shade on in towards the third base. MC denying mining there. Now these Adepts, I mean, these Oracles are actually getting on in here, but there's Hydras popping out. MC actually just going to pick off one of the Hydras. But are these Oracles going to be able to clean all these up? Yes, they are. And look at this, 12 drones have gone down. These 3 Adepts are actually doing the work. The Adepts really just the distraction. MC's killed off 16 workers. For what, 2 Oracles and a handful of Adepts? I'll take that any day of the week. Very well done. An interesting attack from MC. Now MC following this up, getting up a Void Ray. Maybe that's just to shut down these pesky Overseers. Double Immortal production on the way behind this. Charge on the way, +1 on the way. And Zanster going for a Spire. That's it, pardon me. Last time MC played versus this build, his opponent went for a Spire, which was pretty unfortunate for him. Or last time MC did this build. Now, I mean, Spire for Zanster could really hurt MC here. I mean, you've got the double Stargates, but like they're just powered by 1 pylon. And of course, you need a bit of a heads up to get that Phoenix count on the way. So if MC, say, goes for some hallucinated Phoenix, that would be very important for him. +1 on the way, charge on the way, Templar Archives on the way. The Templar Archives will at least allow MC to morph Archons, but being caught off guard by Mutas is no joke, guys. Phoenix are now moving in. This one's going to get picked off, and when I say Phoenix, I mean hallucinated Phoenix. Is MC, is he going to spot the Spire? So far, no, and that Phoenix just going to fly right over that Spore Crawler and die. The Spire's tucked at the back of this base, and MC never spotted it. He's got an Archon or 2 on the way, but no shield batteries, no cannons, and soon to be 13 Mutalisks on the way. MC's moving out for an attack. He's got sentries, he's got Archons, but yeah, these Mutas are going to hit MC hard. He may just have to go into one of those base trades, but I think these work out less often for Protoss than they do for the Zerg. And there's one of these Mutas that's going to be seen. Of course, MC now knows, so he's going to be in a bit of a stage of panic. He's got a cannon going up at his third base, which will help out. He's got Zealots and Oracles that are going to hit Zanster's other bases. MC's heading in towards his, I guess, fourth base. The Mutas are going to come around and try and engage into this. However, there's sentries, there's stalkers, so and with the 1 Archon, I mean, Mutas are not fighting units, guys. They're generally harassment units. Yeah, sometimes they get things done, but for now, they can't deal with this army, and MC's just coming on in here. Zanster's having to abandon the base, and in the process of doing this, MC's taken most of the heat off his back. There's a counterattack here, but it's not a mass amount, so MC, I imagine, should be able to clean this up. He's even got the cannon here, got the shield battery, so he should be able to deal with this, and he just picks off another base. Zanster's deciding to go for it with everything. The more stalkers have been warped in. Shield or Guardian shields are up, and the Mutas just don't deal that much damage. Their +1's not even done, and MC may actually just be killing Zanster. These Mutas, it's a little bit mistimed and unfortunate for him, as he's not able to deal with the main army. And there's a good number of Immortals here, so the Hydra's not able to get too much done. And there's just so much on the ground. I think MC may be taking a 2-1 lead in this series. He's going to have his +2 finishing soon. He's got that Blink, which is a reaction to the Mutalisks. More Zealots are moving on in towards this base location. He wants to finish this location off. And of course, now Zanster's counterattacking, but MC, I mean, like, he's got cannons up, and he had a pretty big heads up that there's Mutalisks out on the map. No Phoenix were ever being made for MC. His third base is now under fire. The cannons are doing the best that they can to deal with this, so every Muta that they pick off is blessing, and MC's actually just going to recall some of his army, and that should be enough to send these Mutas packing. Zanster, we'll see if he loses some. Gonna lose, yeah, at least a few Mutas here. Gets an Archon, but losing a few Mutas, and MC's base is in a lot better of a position. However, these Zealots and Immortals, they were kind of abandoned on this side, but Zanster's lost pretty much every base, and he's got just 1 base to the left. He's trying to secure up another expansion, but MC, even though he's on 3 bases, yeah, GG gets called. The boss toss with the 2-1 lead. Okay, so we're gonna get on into the next map. Thanks so much to everyone tuning in. Next map will be Acid Plant. Once again, guys, we've got a few more of those codes to use on up, so check out that !mark match arena in the downtime. And if you are enjoying this coverage, and the fact that this event is a thing, feel free to hit follow. And of course, the full VOD will be up on YouTube, so hello to everyone who's watching on YouTube. Getting everyone on into the lobby. Both players are ready, so we're going to get on into it. I was a little bit worried for the show match after MC had a really tough match versus Sort of, but going 2-1 versus Zanster after getting Oath, not to bad talk, sort of, but they're pretty equal on skill, right? And his play is looking a lot better today. But anyway, here we are. Currently with a 2-1 lead, spawning up the top left-hand side of the map. It's MC the Boss Toss. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom right-hand side of the map, playing for Team Psystorm. It's Zanster. Acid Plant, one of these older maps. It's a best of 9, so it's more than just the ladder maps. So we had 16-bit in, but MC was like, I was not playing this game when 16-bit was around. Can we please play something else? So Acid Plant it is, which is a little bit more relevant in the meta. I believe MC was back when that happened. And of course, just for the fun of it, we've got Frost in the map pool as well. I think I've done it in like 3 or 4 best of 9s at this point, or best of or matches basically, and yet to see it be played. I feel as if in the current meta it's probably better for Zerg, so I wouldn't be surprised if Zanster has to pick another map if they'll pick that one. MC, standard gateway expand, Zanster, standard hatchery. This map seems to be a little bit better of a defensive map for the Zerg. MC being a nuisance, by the way. Messing with that drone pathing. Probes hanging out. And guys, the GSL qualifiers for the first season of the year has been announced. We're definitely gonna see MC play in those, I think it's safe to say. And maybe he can do it. Maybe Zanster can do it. So it's awesome to see these guys playing in a show match before that. Who knows, maybe they'll meet in the qualifiers. And instead of MC saying, who's Zanster, he'll say, oh, I know you, that Zerg I played in that show match. This game, MC is going for a Stargate. It's a little bit more standard, it seems. He's made the 1 adept, getting out a second. Zanster's moving across the map with his lings, and he's making a fair few lings, guys. Like, 16 lings is no joke, making that 22 lings in total. The adept's got to be careful for MC, otherwise you can, you know, just die to this many lings. MC's seen these, though. Got to be careful with that adept. Gonna need to shade it. We need to get the other adept in the wall. The shield battery gets started. There's now going to be 2 adepts behind this wall. MC's going to do the pylon trick, I imagine, or nope, just locks that adept right on in there. But, I mean, adepts are pretty good, picking off lings. Zanster pressuring MC a fair bit. He's even making more lings, but squeezing out drones. So putting the fear of God into MC as this is happening. MC actually lets the pylon finish, threw up 2 shield batteries, so a little bit concerned. Chrono boosting out units. He's got the Oracle on the way. But Zanster has just gone into droning, but I mean still, 30 lings is no small commitment. Look at the worker count right now. By the time the Zerg's third is popping up, usually they've got their natural pretty much saturated, whereas that is not the case for Zanster here. Now there's an Oracle on the way, so he's got to invest in the 2 spores, so his economy is going to have hurt a little bit from this. Like 30 lings is, it's no small amount, guys. The Oracle for MCs flying on in here. Gonna see the Spore Crawler. Queen getting into position at this base. Oh, there's a drone at that third. MC's not gonna get it, just sharking around though. And now MC following this up with the Twilight and a Robo. Oracle sharking about, trying to see what Zanster's up to. Drones have to retreat to that mineral line. MC, interestingly enough, just made the 1 Oracle. Now getting up a Robo and a Templar Archives, is MC just going to go for like a big charge all-in or something? He's yet to start charge or anything along those lines. But we could possibly see something like that. Maybe it'll just be Archon drops. Oh, MC's actually engaging off here, and this is a little bit of an overstep. Actually losing a lot of his units. The Oracle comes on in, but that's after everything's been cleaned up. And yeah, MC losing a fair bit there. Oracle chasing these lings angrily. But nice move there by Zanster, and wait a second, Zanster getting 4 gases on the way. It's not often you see 4 gases queued up on the production tab. But now here goes MC. Warping in some High Templar, gonna get them into Archons and then into this Prism. Although this Prism flies on by. I imagine he's gonna be picking up those Archons charges on the way, but of course MC's third base has been delayed. And Zanster, I mean, yes, he did cut drones, but he's now at a very healthy amount. MC will be trying to secure up that third base. That's what the original move out was for, but Zanster bought himself a fair bit of time, or bought himself a fair bit of delay with picking off those units. Now here comes in the Archons. They're going to find an Overlord, pick that off, and I mean, Zanster doesn't have a ton of units since he committed heavily to droning behind this. Now these Archons are going to be trying to chase down this Queen and start snapping off some of these drones though, and this is where it becomes rather concerning for Zanster. I mean, Archon drops can quickly get a lot of damage done. Queen gets popped off. No mining going on at the third base. These units are running for their lives. Now these Archons picking off Larva, going to pick off an Overlord. Supply blocking Zanster. And Zanster's not mining at this location. MC even going to be picking off some of this Larva. May get a Spore Crawler while he's at it. Roaches are going to come on in here. Should be enough to push these Archons away. They may be able to zap up some more drones or something. MC is actually just going to head into the natural base of the Zerg player. Spore Crawler repositioning, but these Archons, they can unload here. Start working away on this Queen. Maybe zap up some drones. And there we go. Look at this. Cool micro from MC. Actually gets 6 drones there. Archons are not to be underestimated versus drones. Gonna maybe get another 1 or 2. Gotta be careful not to lose these Archons. And of course he doesn't, because, you know, he's MC. Picks off the Queen. Ooh, does lose one of the Archons, but 10 drones and a Queen. Or actually a couple Queens. He managed to get 2 Queens. That's not bad for MC. Really messing with Zanster's macro, who's just making Hydras, but he's down to 58 workers, so not a ton of them. MC's moving out on the map. Zanster has identified this though, so he knows that he needs to get ready for this attack, and this is a bit of an interesting attack. MC's just going to have a couple of Immortals, a couple Archons, and probably a ton of charge lots to join up with this. He's actually supply blocked though, so warping in 5 pylons, completely walling in this third base pretty much. And here he goes, even making a stasis ward. Oh, and there we go. Okay, a few more Archons in this, and this becomes pretty scary for Zanster. The sentries are actually going to be huge for MC. There's no Ravagers, and the problem is the Hydras can retreat, but not when there's going to be force fields going down. This is actually fantastic for MC. These Zealots getting a lot of face time here with these Hydras, with these Roaches. However, the Zealots have pretty much been cleaned on out, so it's really just these Archons. However, with the Prism, MC can always micro these Archons back. Doesn't actually do it there, but he has pushed Zanster back for now. More Zealots have been warped in. This was a bit of an anti-timing for both players. But all through Spines just finishing up for Zanster. However, MC's +1 not ready yet. He's warping in more Zealots to join on up with this, and he gets the base. Gotta be careful not to lose the Prism. Manages to keep that back, and the MC's now retreating. Is he gonna bait Zanster into the stasis ward? Yes, he does. Nicely done. There's a good chunk of the Zerg's army not fighting with this anymore. MC, though, gets the base. Does he just back off? He's got another Robo on the way, +2 on the way. But we have yet to see Templar Archives. Oh, he has the Templar Archives. Yet to see the Psystorm, pardon me. Zanster, by all definitions, defended that. I mean, he didn't die to the attack, but he did lose a base. He's only on 57 workers. He's really just been producing units non-stop after losing a few to that Archon drop. Now MC's got a Prism. Zanster knows about that, but we'll see if Zanster's just going to try and counterattack into MC. MC's got 2 High Templar, but he has yet to start researching Psystorm, which is a pretty big issue for him. Here comes in Ravagers, here comes in Lings, and MC gonna need to deal with this attack, warping in a ton of Zealots. Now probably gonna realize that he never started researching Psystorm, and he's got these High Templar, but no Storm on the way. These Immortals put out a lot of damage though, and these Zealots doing a good job buffering. It looks like Zanster's attack not gonna work here. A lot of Lings spilling in, but I mean the Immortals can pop those off pretty quickly, and he needs to get that Archon in here. Retreats to a shield battery, keeping these critical Immortals alive. And Zanster just rallying units forward. Doesn't look like he's gonna have enough. MC in pursuit with all of his Immortals now, and guys, Immortals are not fantastic units versus Zerg. Ooh, MC loses the Prism though. That's a pretty big mistake, as not able to reinforce and maybe turn this into a push easily. But yeah, I mean, Immortals are not bad versus Hydras in smaller numbers. The mass numbers the Immortals lose on out, but when it's smaller numbers like this can be pretty good for the Protoss players. MC got Psystorm on the way as well, which is just going to really make his position good. Got another Prism on the way, looking to secure a 4th base from the Seema things. And that's going to be pretty good for MC, as Zanster really just retaking his 4th, but he has not produced drones for, what, like 5 minutes or something? As he's just been continuously making units, and that means his economy is not getting better. He's sort of in this trap. MC now has Psystorm. He's looking to move on in. Doesn't have a Prism with this army just yet, as he's having to remake this one. And Zanster's built up a fair bit of units, but here comes in some Psystorm now. MC's got this as an option. He's now moving in. There's a pretty darn good Psystorm on the enemy of Zanster. There's only 1 Storm left, so MC, you gotta use it wisely. There it goes, splitting this army up. But MC, without this Prism, he doesn't have that much of a buffer to join this army, so maybe overcommitting a little bit right now. Yeah, and suddenly it's just Immortals and no Zealots to support this. MC gonna be losing a ton of his units here. There's some reinforcements coming in, High Templar. Maybe this Prism can save some of these Immortals. Is he going to do that? Yes, he does. And he does have some Psystorm to retreat back to. And when I say Psystorm, I mean High Templar. So that's going to be enough to dissuade Zanster from just pushing right onto this. And MC's actually going to head into this location. Got these High Templar in this Prism. There goes a Storm, but actually pretty good dodge by Zanster. There's going to be a few more where that came from. Connecting with this army, Zanster, however, made the choice to split his army. He's heading in towards this 4th base. Zealots are being warped in to try and deal with this, but they're getting picked off pretty quickly. However, this is happening on both sides. Each player is choosing to attack a base. MC has pretty much destroyed Zanster's defense, whereas, I mean, MC is not really trying to defend, just warping and Zealots being like, ah, alright, that's not working. Now, Zanster trying to get up everything he can, but MC's army has fallen in size a fair bit. Zanster lost a critical base, but I mean, he's got another 4th base he can always expand to. MC only on 3 bases, but with 2 Immortals now out, with some Zealots, he's going to be able to push back this army of Zanster, and he may actually be able to trap this, which would be absolutely massive for the boss toss. And yeah, look at that, just dispatching of these Hydras, and that's actually a huge find. That was a fair bit of army supply. Zanster trying to save it, but those units are just going to die with it. MC's army is pretty scary. Zanster knows it. GG taps on out. MC 3-1 lead over Zanster. Very well played by the Protoss player. The boss toss looking on form today. And we'll see what map Zanster is going to pick. Very, very well played. Next map pick is Zanster's. Hold on. Next map will be Lost and Found. Just checking something quickly. Guys, I'll admit it. I accidentally counted out 10 maps. So we will not be seeing Frost today. My mistake. Always professional. Anyway, good to see so many of you guys tuning in today. Make sure to check out that exclamation mark Matcherino. Then if, say, you're just tuning in and you want to see the full VOD, it'll be up on my YouTube. However, everyone's ready now. Still got a fair few of those Matcherino codes to use, guys. About 30. Seeing that SC2, you're using some of those Twitter quests, which actually adds money to the prize pool for free. Helps fund these events. Now it's best of 9. And he's got himself a 3-1 lead. Dare I say I'm a little bit surprised. It's the boss toss, it's MC. And spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. Playing for Team Psystorm, it's Zanster. If you guys are enjoying this stream, feel free to hit that follow button. I'm going to be covering a fair few events. Next weekend, we've got Bomber versus Dong Regu. So that's going to be an awesome match. MC, once again, looks like he's going for the same build as Zanster, standard build too. There's MC's probe continuously being a pain. Trying to mess with Zanster's mining patches. Zanster seems mainly unfazed though. When the probe picks up the minerals, MC just goes straight to the violence. If you guys are interested, by the way, and you like to study pro replays, you can always check out that Matcherino. As you can pick up the replays on there, support the event in the process. But of course, into this game, Adept on the way, chrono boosting it out, standard opening for Protoss these days. Metabolic boost on the way for Zanster. Once again, cut that gas. Third base on the way up. MC getting that wall up. first Adept actually just hanging out here, interestingly enough. Waiting till he has 2 and then sending them across the map, although they each take different paths. They will all meet at the same destination. MC following this up with a Stalker, shut down Overlord Scouts and whatnot. These 2 Adepts are going to be shading on in. See, the third base is a thing. Moving shades on in towards the natural Zanster. He's got 4 Lings out, but only just 4. He's got a couple more moving out, but MC's actually going to commit on in here, and Zanster's going to have to run the drones. Quickly saves one of them, so a nice save there. But MC being a nuisance, denying some mining at this stage of the game is pretty darn important. Now going to trade on out with these Lings, it looks like, then shade on out. Trade on out, then shade on out. Only gets a drone, only gets a Ling, but for a bit of health on one of the Adepts, not a bad trade. That was a good save by Zanster, a nice reaction. Oh, although he let the Spore Crawler finish, I guess he's like, alright, could be an Oracle on the way, you never know. And Spore Crawler definitely going to help out versus a Dark Shrine. On the larger map Parasite, though, MC didn't really have an issue with the DTs, it seemed. And there's no Robo out this time for MC, so he's not going to be able to drop the DTs or make Archons or anything like that. Zanster doing what I love to see from Zerg players, spreading out his Lings, trying to have vision absolutely everywhere. MC probably going to make a hallucinated Phoenix to kill off this Overlord. Is he going to do that? You going to do it, MC? You know that Overlord's there. Do it. There we go. MC kills off that Overlord, starts his third base. And now he's got a Robo on the way, but he's just... I mean, he made a Dark Shrine, but then didn't do anything with it. Maybe he... Oh, there we go. There's a DT, pardon me. 2 DTs, actually. Silly me. They just ran across the map. And they're free to hang around until Zanster's the... Oh, that one DT gets picked off. That's a bit of a mistake from MC. DTs are not cheap units. But it's not like MC was really banking on that getting too much done. If you're running your DTs across the map, delaying your Robo and everything, you can't be too surprised when they get nothing done. I imagine he's going to morph an Archon. Look at that, they ran all the way across the map just to be with each other. Zanster, double Spine on the way is interesting. Maybe he's a little bit concerned about a push, and this time we're seeing him go Spire and Spire once again. Got a Hydralisk Den on the way, so maybe he's thinking, alright MC, you're going to be powering up to a big attack. And that is very, very true. MC starting to build out Immortals, but he's already got Blink on the way, which is going to help out versus any potential Mutalisks. And for an earlier attack like this is looking to be, that can work out pretty well for MC. As Zanster is not going to be making, like, say, mass Hydras if he's committing to both Mutas and Hydras, and that's where Stalkers are actually pretty decent. It's versus, like, the mass Hydras in which it's almost futile trying to use them. Zanster's really trying to harass here with his Lings coming in from multiple locations. MC is going to be moving across the map. He never made a Prism, though. We're actually having a bit of lag. Oh, there we go. He does have a Prism, pardon me. And Zanster knows that this is on the way. He's making 14 Mutas. He's actually just committing to the hard defense, making lots of Hydras. Not going to be utilizing his Spire, but he actually cancels all the Spores. Realizing he's not ready for this attack, MC's warping in a ton of Stalkers to defend this location. Got a nice pylon wall to defend this spot, too. And suddenly Zanster, is he just going to die to this? I mean, he's got 20 Hydras on the way, which is probably enough to stop this, but if they're not all grouped up, he may as well have no Hydras. He's got a few more Spine Crawlers building between these locations. Maybe enough to send MC packing. We'll see. MC morphing in, or warping in more and more Stalkers is going to be moving in right now. Observer giving him vision of this. He sees the Spine Crawlers. We'll see how well the Stalker micro is. I mean, in theory, Stalkers can just win this out. But MC's committing good force fields going down, blocking out a good chunk of the Lings. He's going to be microing back now. And more force fields being sent down. MC's committing in though, and it's really just stalkers. A lot of them at the back aren't even firing. He goes for an aggressive link forward, and that is a aggressive link forward into Spine Crawlers, into Hydras. Is it going to be enough though? It's looking like he might actually just have enough. Zanster's army wearing thin from the scene of things. The Spine Crawlers have all gone down, and MC taking himself a 4-1 lead in this best of 9. And MC, I mean, he just is Zanster's number, playing very well today. Next map will be Automaton. Okay, guys. If this is gonna be, I mean, it's looking rough. MC potentially just to win one more map. And then he's got it. Now, we're going to take a quick look here. Okay, hold on. Quick look. 1 second. Very professional, as always. Oh, that is not right. Pardon me. Ah, there we go. Okay. Was just gonna quickly show you guys the Matcherino. And I feel like because, guys, without Matcherino, it's no joke that this would not literally be happening as a show match. So basically, I've been linking it in chat religiously. That basically, if you check out that exclamation mark Matcherino, we've got a few codes to use. So we're rallying here a little bit. Literally, all you do is you click that link, you type in Games12, sign in to contribute, click your Twitch, it logs you in. You might want to type Games12 after, by the way. Then you press contribute. And if you want, if you have a Twitter, there's also all these Twitter quests you can do on the side, which basically you literally click, follow the steps, if you have a Twitter account or something, and you can add, like, if you look at this, this is like $1.50. There's not a lot of ways you can support events for free and add that much to a prize pool. But anyway, enough of that. We'll get on into the game. Guys, I think I might have goofed up royally. Instead of deleting like a scene, I just deleted and that's no good. Oh well. Anyway. We will get on into the next game. All right, we're loading in. Next game, MC versus Zanster. It's a best of 9. However, it's looking a little rough for one of these players. He's down 1-4, spawning in the bottom left-hand side of the map. Can he make the comeback happen? It's Psystorm Zanster. He's got to win the next 4 maps in a row. And spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. He's the boss toss, looking good today. It's MC. Once again with this early probe scout. Zanster, I was wondering if you'd do this. You're down such an amount of maps. You're down 4 maps. Do you just throw it the Hail Mary? And he's going for an early pool, but MC has scouted every game so far. I do notice a slight bit of stuttering. I apologize for that, guys. Probe comes in. I think I was just gonna say proxy hatchery or something, But maybe Zanster's heading towards the golden. Okay, that's what he's doing. I honestly wouldn't have minded a proxy hatch versus someone like MC. It's not a build you run into every day. So I mean, versus like a well-done proxy hatchery, any Protoss can lose. But for now, Ling's crossing the map. MC knows this is coming his way. Gonna be having that wall up. Of course, it can be a bit of a pain for the Protoss player because you'll have your Zealot tucked into the wall, but of course the Lings can just say work on like a gateway or the Cyber Core or something along those lines. And now we'll see, how is MC going to be able to deal with this? This is a very if you like Google Zerg Rush on YouTube or whatever, and you'll probably see something like this. Something that hits so early. If Zanster can bait out that Zealot and get us around, it would be very nice. And Adept is on the way. MC throws up the shield battery. He's got that Adept coming out. He knows that he needs to save this, and ooh, a Zealot pops out on the wrong side, so Zanster going to be able to pick him off. However, that might have bought enough time for this Adept to be able to save this gateway. However, Zanster may just commit anyway. I don't think he can, though. He's going to settle for getting another Zealot, which is a nice find. But I mean, still, 2 Zealots for this early of a commitment. It's not looking too good for the Swedish Zerg player. Is he going to transfer drones? No, he's not. It's a really long way to this base. And he's just making a single drone now. So what's Zanster going to be producing? Just maybe another hatchery or something on the way? MC not aware of the gold base. He's got his probe parked at the natural. He's got to be like, alright, what are you doing? And with his 2 Adepts, is he going to be like, alright, okay, what you got? Zanster actually lost all of his Lings, so this is looking pretty dire for the Zerg player, guys. There's no doubt about it. MC's made 3 Adepts now, as he's got double gateways, and yeah, there is a few stutters, guys. Could be one of the players causing it to stutter, could be the stream, but this is like in-game stuttering, it's not the stream. Frames are fine. And MC. Ling's trying to get a wraparound on this. Zanster, I mean, he's got the gold base to mine from, but the Adepts just shade on out. MC's getting up his natural. He's got a ton of Adepts, by the way. And Zanster's going to have the gold base. He's now transferring drones to it. But we'll see if that's enough to overcome the deficit that he's at. MC moving across the map with his 6 Adepts. Once again, is Zanster going to be able to muster a defense? More and more Lings are on the way, but it's currently 6 Adepts to 11 Lings. I'm pretty sure if the Adepts win that fight, now Zanster's drones could be in trouble. He's producing more and more Lings trying to deal with this. Adepts are just going to engage, shade on out. Of course, Zanster has that gold base economy to benefit him. But once there's an Oracle out, that's where it becomes very, 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 very difficult. We are having some lag here, though. I do apologize, guys. I'm just trying to stick it out for this game. That's a bit of an overcommitment for MC. Ling's getting us around. The Queen goes down, and MC knows that this Oracle is going to be coming in, and that may just be GG. Oracle flies on in. Zanster going to start losing drones left and right. However, there's literally no opposition for this Oracle. Drones can run, but they cannot hide. And as a result, Zanster, his economy, what shambles of it remained, not going to be good. This Oracle killing off 12 drones. MC gonna be, or Zanster gonna be looking for a counterattack, but another Oracle is out. And Zanster just really took a beating there. He's trying to get up a hatchery, gonna be hitting this gateway, but shield battery even repairing it. And yeah, this is looking pretty rough for Zanster. MC, of course, is only on 2 bases. Zanster's getting up to 30. He's going to try and drone his way out of this, and I mean, you got to respect him for trying to do that. After losing 12 drones to an Oracle, you're in trouble. MC making a few Stalkers, Twilight Council on the way. oracles come on in, pick off another drone or two. 13 have died this game. Zanster's economy is not terrible compared to that of MC, however, eventually this gold base will run out, and that's where it becomes really rough for him. He could start drawing it up towards his natural, but MC's just planning on gearing up for a big attack. He's got a Robo, a Templar Archives on the way. Zanster's making a Baneling nest. I mean, I wouldn't hate a Baneling bust as sort of your Hail Mary attack here. And we'll see. Zanster, 18 lings on the way. Yeah, he's decided I'll get up that third hatchery, use it for larva production, and just start making lings off the back of this gold economy. 3 oracles are flying in, though. There is no queen for Zanster. He's going to have 2 spore crawlers. Actually going to kill off 2 of the oracles, which is huge for a potential Bane bust on the way. And that's very massive for him. 11 drones just died, though. Oh, man. Those oracles causing carnage. And MC's got an Archon on the way behind this wall. Zanster's going to have to morph some Banelings to try and break this, but he's only got enough gas to make 5. And is he just making these defensively? Is Zanster just going to try and macro out of this? I mean, this is a lot of defensive lings. And the concern is, once the Archons start coming with this Prism, that's where MC can really just micro indefinitely. Because defending this with just lings and queens can be very, very tough for a Zerg player. And Zanster doesn't even have that many queens to help out. MC might come in with these Archons. They're pretty much unopposed. Zanster's down 20 supply right now. The Lings can try and engage the Archons, but it never goes well for the Lings. Banelings even detonating. If Zanster could pick off the Prism, that would be absolutely massive. But look at this. Yeah, these Archons are just going to trade on out, kill off a good number of Lings, and get on out. And here comes in the rest of MC. He's now stepping onto creep. Zanster makes 15 drones as this is coming his way. Desperately throws up 2 Spine Crawlers. I think he needs to morph some more Banes or something, but there's going to be so many charge lots overwhelming him. I think he is a dead Zerg. I'm not really hyping this up, guys, because there isn't that much of a hype. It's just like, I think Zanster dies. Lings are trying their best to make the hold. Queens are going to be able to engage, but there's just so much Protoss here. Baneling's getting connections off. I mean, Zanster's got a lot of queens. He can transfuse for a while, but GG gets called. Zanster knows it's over. MC takes the 5-1. Really with a strong showing here today. And guys, if you're wondering why there's no camera, it's because I made a bit of a mistake. I, you know, accidentally deleted that scene. So here, we'll just do this. This one also does not have a camera. Oh joy. What a great way to end things. Anyway, no, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in today. I do appreciate all of the support from everyone. Well played by MC. Thanks to Zanster for coming out. Yeah, anyway, I do appreciate the fact that everyone tuned in today. Was a bit of a big sweep by MC. And yeah, so we are done for the day. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed this show match and everything, make sure to hit follow on the stream. Check me out at !caster. You can follow me on Twitter. I announce all sorts of matches and whatnot there. And then the full VOD will be on YouTube, as with many other VODs for every other show match. And then, of course, finally, last but not least, check out the match arena. We're still going to have a few of those codes to use on up. In fact, we've got a fair few of those to use on up. And I do appreciate everyone yeah, I do appreciate everyone tuning on in. Enough of that, though. Make sure to use that match arena, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.